Ready to paint a Christmas wreath? We're going to dive into these two stunning projects today. So, starting with our poinsettias, they are so pretty. I love the variation in colors, and it's actually really simple to paint. So, we're going to start with doing the center with a pink. All the material details are mentioned in the description below, so you can have a quick look. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments box. And if you have any suggestions, any topics you would like to learn about, any projects, anything, just let me know. I love reading comments. It's really nice to see what you guys think, and I obviously put in a lot of effort into all of these videos, so it's really nice to hear your feedback. Anyways, going back to our painting, I am using metallic paints. So this is the set from Lisi Linka, their metallic gold color. So I'm just dragging the pink color to form a petal and then using the gold to continue the painting. And so that way you have dual color in the petals, and that's just so pretty to look at. That shine is perfect for Christmas, gives a little bit of that holiday cheer, and you're just dragging through that. It's mostly clear water, and that's fine. We just want a little bit of that gold along the edges. In this piece, we're going to have just one poinsettia, and that's going to be our main focal point. And we're going to add other elements to balance it, like the leaves. So holly leaves are fairly easy to do. You're just doing a scallop edge, basically C-shaped edges. So I add a little bit of that gold and then green, and these two mix together to give a very interesting mix of colors. Use some clear water to drag through the paint. We're going to add a lot more of the leaves around. You can switch around the greens meanwhile. Just have fun with it. All we want to do is keep the shape of the leaves intact. This is, I think, a very simple exercise and one of the easy ways of painting out Christmas cards. I'm going to add a lot more leaves along both sides, and this is kind of going to fill out our wreath. We are next gonna add some fir branches using a darker green. This is gonna give our piece a little bit of contrast, just brighten it up. Just simple thin lines forming a V shape. That's the easiest way to do it. You can take a little bit of gold as well to get a little bit of shine on these branches. Moving to the left side, let's continue on and add more holly leaves, following the same step. I like to outline the leaf just so I know where it's going and then paint it within. Very, very simple. I'm sure you can figure this out. I'm sure you'll be able to paint this with such ease and just really have fun. Do a quick tap on our poinsettias, just see if the layer has dried, and if it's dried we can move into our second layer of petals. For this one we're going directly with our pink as it is, and you can see just smaller petals. Leave this to dry and we're going to go into adding some red berries. So I've taken a earbud and filled it in with red paint. We're just going to add some berries in between our holly leaves. Just do them randomly along the circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. Using a thin brush, connect the berries together with thin lines. If you can do clumps of berries, that works really well. Just connecting them to a center stem. After connecting all the berries, I'm going to just add some outlines of holly berries with a darker green color. We're not going to paint this out, it's just for an illustrative look, just to give it a nice finish. Now the final layer of our poinsettias, this is going to be in a darker color. So you can either mix pink with a little bit of red to get a deeper pink color, and then we paint out the last layer. Super easy if you work in layers. That way you don't get mixed up and it's easier to also add in the shadow and just make it look really nice. Once I've done that outline, just paint it in with the color. We can add a little bit of that shine from the gold to let our piece sparkle a bit. I really love doing that, just adds to the overall look. Add some dots to the center again. Brighten up the center of the poinsettia. And finally, we can add some for branches to finish up our piece. Add them in different areas where you feel like it looks a little bit more empty. This is a very intuitive process. It really depends on your piece, on where you want to place them. There's no right way to this. Actually, the other way around, there's no wrong way to it. Let's add some splatters with gold. Love this. It's the finishing touches that matter. You can add some dots, some circles if you feel like. And this is our completed piece. It's really pretty. I like all the details. It comes together and it's very easy to do. I can't wait to hear what you think about it in your comments. And do subscribe, do follow the page for more. There's another tutorial coming up in a bit, so stay tuned for that. We're going to go into some Christmas wreaths, again following the same poinsettias but just playing around with placement. So if you enjoyed this, I'm sure you're going to enjoy the next one as well. Merry Christmas and have a good holiday season.